disappointing part of the game for you?
I would say the turnovers. I think we turned it over. You saw it, a few times in some really tough spots. Neither team had a lot of chances. Their best chances came off our turnovers.
The sentiment in the room really came down to the passing throughout the night. How hard is it to establish the way you guys want to play when the passing isn't at the level you need to be?
Yeah, well, that's difficult, but give them credit. They made it difficult. They really checked us. That wasn't a surprise. Strong team, so they did a really nice job. And so your execution has to be even a little bit better when you're playing a team that checks you that well, and ours wasn't. And so that made it, doubly hard for us to get through that.
Jim, Mikey looked like he came off to you guys in some
Yeah.
discomfort, didn't play much at the end of the game. Do you have any update on him right now?
No update. We're gonna have to find out tomorrow. But yeah, no, he wasn't able to finish.
You mentioned a team that checks a lot and needed to be that much better with your execution. Is that where you think this game maybe fell apart for you? You didn't get the execution against a team that plays that kind of way?
Yeah, I mean they made it hard. I thought we made it hard on them with the exception of the turnovers. It was not a lot of chances. I think either side. So we did our jobs that way. But you gotta make a few plays and put a little more pressure on their goaltender. The third we had a few, but not much. At even strength prior to that.
Tuesday, I think you used sluggish to kind of describe. How do you feel the energy levels were overall compared to that game?
Well, yeah, they seemed down from where we typically are. That's for sure. We I don't know. We played a lot of hockey. I expected more in that regard. But again, I'll give them credit. They make it a hard game. They're a big, strong team. You really got to push to get through.
How much of that was set by the pace at the start of this game? Both teams really couldn't get anything going.
Yeah. Well, we like to think we checked pretty well too, and beyond the turnovers, we didn't give them much, and so it's just one of those hockey games that two good teams checking, going hard at it. Whoever can execute a little better is going to get more chances. Now, they're the game-winning goal, I guess you could call it, wasn't great execution by them either. It was just throwing the puck at the net and winning a battle at the net. So it was that type of game. There wasn't a lot of odd man rushes that we gave up or anything like that. But we just didn't generate enough.
On Tuesday, when you guys were holding lead in the third, we saw Trevor Lewis get bumped up to the third line quite a bit. Tonight, when you're chasing lead, it was Alex Turcotte more frequently. Is that kind of a reaction to the game state, or is that just coincidental?
Yeah, I think it's going to be it's game by game, and it's within the game because and we just talked about it. We didn't have a lot going on. Turk's got quick legs. We thought maybe we can just give him a little extra bump up. Sometimes you get a little bit. He played, and then actually Arthur took over from him a little bit. Arthur had some chances. So, you're not creating much. You're just looking for maybe a spark from one of the other players.
We're not used to seeing a goalie being pulled that early to win a goal game. Is that something that you've measured differently than Todd? Because we haven't really seen 3.5 minutes in a one-goal game, a goalie coming out.
Right. Yeah, and maybe that was maybe a little earlier than I might do it, but they just had iced the puck a couple times. So we thought, you can wait another 30 seconds or 40, but they got tired people on the ice. Let's try and take advantage of that. And so that was probably the logic in that.
And full forwards and 1D on that one shift as well. That was something, a wrinkle we haven't seen as well.
Yeah, well, we lost Mikey and needed a bit of a push. It's a chance to get some other forwards on the ice. And, Kempe skates well. He's pretty responsible, point on the power play at times. So just try to get a little more, juice out of the back end just at the end of the game there.
What did you make of Blake Lazat's first game back?
Yeah, I thought he played his game. You know what I mean? I thought he was rusty as far as, the passing and all that stuff, to be completely expected. But he was a hound. He did a really nice job on the penalty kill. So for his first game, we're happy with the way he played.
Obviously, disappointing loss, but you guys are coming off 4 straight wins and a strong rebound after the All-Star break. It's important kind of not to get bogged down by this one performance and just move forward to the next day.
Yeah, that's just it. You have to park it. The wins are fun. Everybody's excited and all that kind of stuff. You've got to park the wins, get ready for the next game. No different than this one tonight. Hard fought. We didn't get it done. We got to be ready for the next game against Anaheim.